Welcome back to my channel and Bait Recap. Today, I'm going to explain the erotic psychological thriller movie, Deep Water, released in the year 2022. The movie is about husband who secretly keeps hunting down his wife's lovers after she engages with them in extramarital affairs. But before we begin to tell you the story, please subscribe to our channel as we really need your support to grow and keep making these amazing recaps. Also, please be aware of the spoilers. The movie opens with Vic Van Allen returning home when he notices his wife, Melinda, who is continuously staring. On being asked about the reason, Melinda leaves without stating anything. The movie proceeds to show Vic's daughter Trixie irritating her mother by playing a song, and then Trixie's babysitter, Chelsea, arrives to take care of her because her parents are going to a dinner party. Melinda calls Vic while he is talking to Chelsea and asks her to select a dress for her. After choosing a dress, Melinda requests that Vic make her wear her shoes and tells her that she loves them, but Vic tells her that they are getting late for the party and should leave soon. The couple arrives at the party, and Melinda leaves her husband alone after she meets her friend, Joel. Vic observes Melinda and Joel and eventually spots them kissing in the backyard. Vic's friend Mary joins her, and after looking at Joel and Melinda, she states that they have gotten too close in a short time and adds that some of Vic's friends are concerned about them. Vic replies that he has no problem with them, and then Grant arrives there and discloses that Melinda is drunk and has climbed onto the piano. Vic comes to receive Melinda but finds her singing a song while playing the piano. Vic stands still and keeps smiling at her. Joel meets Vic while he is buying drinks, thanks him for his and Melinda's hospitality, and appreciates him for being a husband who does not get jealous of his wife's male friends. Vic listens to this and mentions a missing man named Martin McRae, saying that he has been killed him because that guy was seeing his wife. Joel does not believe him, thinking he is joking, but Vic assures him that he is telling him the truth. Joel gets scared, and despite being stopped by Melinda, he leaves the party. Melinda questions Vic about what he has said to Joel that has made him leave the party, but Vic tells him he hasn't said anything. They return home, and Vic informs Chelsea that his wife belongs to another culture after she watches her topless. Melinda asks Vic to give her a massage, during which Vic tells her that someday she will find a guy with brains. Melinda informs him that Joel makes her feel like herself, which she likes in him, and she asks Vic to leave the room while closing the door. Vic spends the night on his snail farm, where Joel has raised many snails as his hobby. On his way home after dropping Trixie off at school, Vic encounters his friend Kelly, who makes fun of him and informs him about the conspiracy about him and Martin spreading throughout the whole town. Vic meets his friends, Grant and Dave, who tell him that his wife is not a good lady and that threatening Joel by relating to Martin's was not a good idea. Vic returns home, and Melinda gets mad at him for using Martin's name to threaten Joel. Vic admits his mistake, and Melinda informs him that she has invited Joel to dinner, and he will have to apologize to him. Vic and Trixie prepare dinner, and Joel arrives at their home. Vic welcomes Joel, and he reveals that he is leaving the town because he has a job in New Mexico. Vic and Melinda get into an argument, and Joel leaves for the washroom when Vic says that if he had been normal, Joel would not have been here. After Joel leaves, Melinda orders Trixie to sleep and leaves with her father to tell her bedtime stories. Vic puts Trixie to sleep and starts making noise using dishes. Melinda arrives and informs him that she will do the dishes in the morning. Melinda leaves Vic and Joel alone after asking Vic to get a drink for Joel. Joel comes to Vic, and instead of apologizing to him, Vic confirms that he has killed Martin and leads him to the taxi. Following that, Vic meets Kelly's husband, Don, at a party who claims to be a writer, and when asked about his new script, Don informs her of a story that relates to Vic. When asked what Vic does for a living, Melinda says that he makes chips for drones that help them find their targets. Grant then mentions that Vic is rich and retired, while Don calls him Martin's murderer, because he is clearly suspicious of Vic. Vic and Melinda are at Trixie's football match when Vic receives a call from the bank to inform him about the amount of $3,000 that has been transferred to a man named Charlie Delisle for piano lessons. Vic realizes that Melinda is seeing Charlie and starts his search to find the restaurant where Charlie plays the piano. Eventually, he discovers that Charlie performs for the Oakland Tree restaurant and books its ticket. Vic is in the restaurant when Melinda arrives and gets closer to Charles. Melinda starts returning home late while Vic buys a puppy for Trixie. On their way back home, Vic notices flowers in Charles's hand and throws the same flowers in the trash after finding them on his dining table. Grant and Vic are at the Oakland Tree restaurant when he informs him that Charles is giving piano lessons to Melinda. Following that, Melinda returns home after spending the whole night outside the house. Vic questions her about why she transferred $3,000 into Charles's account, but Melinda does not reply. When asked about what she did with Charles the whole night, Melinda reveals shameful details about her experience. Vic then orders her to stop seeing Charles, but she does not listen to him and leaves, stating that he would have been bored if he had married someone else. The movie then switches to another party where Melinda enjoys herself with her friends but leaves when she spots Charles. Melinda introduces Charles to everyone and requests that he plays a song for them. After the song ends, Melinda introduces Charles and Vic to each other. Vic looks for Melinda in the evening when Mary tells him she is upstairs. Vic finds Charles and Melinda together upon checking, and he observes them getting too close in the swimming pool. After a while, it starts raining, and everyone leaves the pool except Charles and Vic, who finds an opportunity to hide when Grant leaves. But Don glances at Vic and Charles alone in the pool before returning inside. Vic also comes out and burns his hand while stealing a cookie from the oven. After a while, Melinda notices Charles's dead body in the pool, and everyone tries to save him, but it's too late. Chief Nichols and his deputy arrive at the site, and Melinda blames Vic for Charles's demise. Everyone informs Chief that he was with them, and Melinda is still in shock, which is why she has blamed Vic. After the general investigation, the chief calls Vic separately and questions him about his wife's affair with Charles. Vic manages to get rid of Chief by showing him his burnt finger, which proves he was with others, but Don is still suspicious of Vic as he has seen him with Charles. After returning home, Vic asks Melinda if she wants a divorce, which she denies, stating he is not smarter than her. Vic asks why she is not afraid of him if she thinks he has killed Charles, and Melinda replies that she is not afraid of him because she is the reason he killed Charles. In the following scene, Vic is seen riding his bike and recalls how he killed Charles inside the swimming pool for what he had done with his wife. During this, Vic notices a car following him. Vic meets Kelly at Trixie's school, and she reports that Don has been manipulating Melinda by calling her at home and provoking her using his theories. Vic then invites them to have a family dinner together. Don and Kelly arrive at dinner time, and Vic leads Don to his snail farm, where he requests that he keep his theories to himself because they are affecting Kelly and his reputations. Don does not listen to Vic and calls him a strange man. Following that, Vic notices a private investigator's car outside a diner, and upon checking, he finds Melinda having lunch with a man. Vic joins them and realizes that the man is a private investigator, but he pretends to be a psychotherapist. Vic questions him about his profession, but he fails. Vic arrives at Don's house while he is having dinner with his family and informs Kelly that her husband has hired a private investigator to keep an eye on him and requests him to stop it. Kelly gets embarrassed over this and apologizes to him on behalf of Don, but Don does not like this. Vic then notices that Melinda is seeing another guy and returns home. Trixie questions her father about how he killed Charles while having a bath, but Vic tries to assure her that he has not killed him. Trixie insists that she knows he has killed him, which leaves no other option for Vic but to admit, and he asks her to keep it a secret. After that, Tony comes to meet Melinda, meets Vic on his snail farm, and introduces himself as Melinda's old friend. After the introduction, Tony leaves to see Melinda. Tony informs Vic that he is working on constructing houses for a housing scheme that can create opportunities for the next generation. Melinda joins them, and Vic discovers that Tony is indeed Melinda's ex-boyfriend. Tony insists on cooking Vic's snails for dinner, but he informs them that they cannot eat snails until they starve them to empty their intestines to get rid of all the toxins. Tony has dinner with Vic and Melinda, and the next day, Vic meets Tony and asks Tony to join him, stating he is going to visit Melinda's new building site, which she is thinking of buying. Tony sits in the car, and Vic drives the car into the forest. Vic drives the car wildly and questions him about why he broke up with Melinda. After Tony comes out of the car and gets distracted, Vic picks up a stone and hits him in the head, which causes Tony to slip down the hill. Tony hits his head on a rock and dies. Vic drowns his body by binding a stone to it and leaves. Vic finds Trixie and Melinda having fun together and asks Melinda whether or not she has met Tony, and she informs him that she has not heard from him. The following day, Trixie and Melinda inform Vic that they have planned a picnic, and Vic also gets ready to join them. Trixie is playing with her puppy while Melinda and Vic sit alone. Melinda gets sad when she realizes that Vic is the only man who wants to stay with her, and when asked why, Vic replies that he does not know the reason. Vic then shows her the pictures he has captured secretly, and Melinda likes the pictures a lot. After a while, Vic realizes that Trixie has gotten close to the stream, and when he goes there to bring her back, he spots Tony's corpse showing over the surface. On their way home, Melinda reveals that she has forgotten her scarf at the picnic site, and Vic tells her that he will bring it back in the morning. The next morning, Vic takes his bike and arrives, then enters the stream to drown Tony's dead body. Meanwhile, Melinda arrives at Vic's farm while looking for him and discovers Tony's wallet inside one of the boxes. She acknowledges that Vic has done something to Tony and gets worried about what to do next. On the other hand, Vic tries to drown Tony's corpse using a stick when Don arrives and questions him about what he is doing. Vic lies and says he is looking for Melinda's scarf, but Don shows him the scarf, stating it was lying somewhere else. Unfortunately, Tony's dead body comes to the surface, and Don runs from there after looking at it. Don tries to escape in his car while Vic follows him on his bicycle. Don tries to text Kelly, but his phone slips from his hand when he gets distracted from driving and watches Vic following him. Meanwhile, Melinda packs her bag to leave Vic, but Trixie drags the bag and throws it in the pool, stating they are not going nowhere. Vic takes a shortcut and appears in front of Don's car, due to which his car falls down the hill, killing Don instantly. Vic returns home and finds Melinda staring at him. Vic asks him the reason, and she leaves, saying she has seen Tony. Melinda then burns Tony's wallet and becomes loyal to her husband and daughter, and the movie ends here. Let us know in the comments section about your next favorite movie that you would like us to recap. Thanks again for watching and stay safe and healthy.